Season has only just begun, but Los Angeles is already on fire. Inside Dodger Stadium, the champagne from their championship run has barely dried. Front office has plunged into chaos, tension, and decisions that will reshape the franchise. Two massive problems now loom over the Dodgers: free agent battles and the desperate search for an outfielder who fits their championship blueprint. Manager Dave Roberts has called the outfield the team's greatest weakness, and just when fans were wondering who the Dodgers would target, the front office dropped a bombshell: a shocking 3-for-1 trade. Gaia acquired, Conforto out, Teoscar in tears, and Shohei Ohtani furious. What happened next sent shockwaves through the clubhouse, from explosive meetings and shattered trust to secret calls, failed negotiations, and an emotional proposal that no one expected from Ohtani himself. So today, we dive into the truth behind the Dodgers' sudden roster shakeup, why Conforto was pushed out, why Bellinger's return is suddenly back on the table, and why Ohtani may be stepping into his most powerful role yet. Before we begin, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and get ready, because what you're about to hear may completely change how you see the Dodgers' next chapter. Let's get into it. The Dodgers currently face two major challenges. One is resolving contract issues with free agents. The other is finding a way to acquire players who fit the team's philosophy and strength needs. Manager Roberts has stated that the Dodgers' greatest weakness is their outfield, and that strengthening the team with the reliable and mentally strong Gaia is their top priority. While fans were wondering which outfielder they would acquire, the Dodgers front office made a sudden announcement. A 3-for-1 trade had been completed to acquire left fielder Gaia, a MLB player. Conforto was leaving the Dodgers for a surprise move to a rival team. Teoscar was in tears at the front office's cold-hearted decision. He was informed that he would be replaced by a player promoted from the minors. After the trade was completed, Ohtani's anger exploded. What was the reason for his fierce resistance and unbelievable proposal? To aim for victory next season, the team must focus on solving many issues. I see these as significant gaps in our strength and notorious weaknesses. These were Friedman's remarks at a press conference discussing the team's vision and personnel plans for 2026. The free agent market is starting to pick up steam. Free agents are arriving one after another, and teams are making decisions about contract terms and whether to exercise qualifying offer options. We, too, are facing difficult decisions about who to keep and who to sign, he said. Despite winning the World Series, the Dodgers outfielders ranked 18th in the league in win contributions, a low figure for a competitive team. The acquisition of Michael Conforto in 2018 was a complete failure. Conforto underperformed and completely collapsed in the postseason. I truly regret giving him so many chances. Misplaced trust is a lesson we must deeply learn from this season. He also expressed deep concern about the left field position and made it clear he would do everything possible to strengthen it. According to Friedman, a player with both solid defense and offensive impact is the final piece to complete the Dodgers' ideal team. However, he emphasized that the team's first priority was to resolve the contract issue with Comfort, which he described as a bad contract. He revealed that he had officially sent Comfort an email 2 days earlier announcing that he would not extend his contract, thus resolving the relationship between the two parties. However, Comfort's reaction was not enthusiastic. He immediately took a strong stance and demanded clarification of the reasons for the decision. In response, the team's management held an emergency meeting the next day to discuss the situation directly with Comfort. During the meeting, it was explained that the reason for not extending his contract was not a personal issue, but a strategic decision based on performance, age, and the team's youth strategy. However, Comfort became enraged, slammed the conference room table, threw a water bottle, and left the room without saying a word. After this tense meeting, Friedman made it clear that the Dodgers had no future plans for Michael Comfort. He said he would not prevent Comfort from finding a new base and would assist him with the process if he so desired. However, he emphasized that the door to a return was all but closed. The trust between the two parties had been severely damaged. This was a blow to the fragile relationship between Comfort and the team that had existed since he first joined Los Angeles. Shortly after, he announced important news. The team had decided to develop young players for future use as permanent outfielders. He said Ryan is one of the team's most promising talents. If all goes well, he plans to directly assign him to Michael Comfort as an official addition. Friedman emphasized that this was not simply a player change, but part of the Dodgers' long-term strategy. He said the team's policy is to develop internal talent rather than make expensive, unstable additions. He also pointed out that over-reliance on the base market could result in major financial losses due to misguided investments. We need stability, he concluded, and to achieve that, we need to start by giving the right young players a chance. As a result, Ryan Goud has become one of the hottest prospects on the Dodgers' radar this winter. However, Friedman made it clear that the Dodgers are not betting everything on one plan, but rather have multiple plans in progress. Specifically, the team is actively pursuing an outfielder who is currently considered an ace in free agency history, and he has proven that he could be a game-changer as a fast player. He said that if the right opportunity presents itself, they're prepared to move quickly to acquire a high-quality player. When reporters immediately asked who that target was, Friedman, quietly and with a smile, revealed the name Cody Bellinger. The crowd instantly erupted. This news also sparked a buzz among Dodgers fans, raising the possibility of an emotional reunion. Cody Bellinger left the Dodgers in 2022 after a shoulder injury. However, he made a remarkable comeback during 2 years with the Cubs and Yankees, making him one of the hottest prospects in free agency history. With 29 home runs, 98 RBIs, a .272 batting average, and an .813 OPS in 152 games, Bellinger has proven himself to be a top-tier MLB hitter. However, the issue isn't just about skill, it's also about financial and long-term strategy. Bellinger's contract is estimated to cost $105 to $108 million over 5 to 6 years, raising questions about whether the team should spend roughly $200 million on a player who's already gone or invest in the future. After highlighting Bellinger's name, Friedman acknowledged that the team is in the process of reconciling consensus regarding contract length with the NBA. He said the process is proceeding very cautiously. The team has signed many star players over the past 2 years, and its expectations are already approaching their ceiling. Friedman made it clear, "I want Bellinger back, but it has to be on terms that both sides feel are fair. He deserves a good contract, but the team's overall financial balance must also be maintained." According to a team insider, Friedman called Bellinger directly and discussed the possibility of re-signing him. During the meeting, Bellinger expressed emotion, saying that watching the team win 2 consecutive championships while he was away made him yearn to wear a Dodgers uniform again. He watched every postseason game. He said he wanted to feel that joy again, this time as a member of the Dodgers. According to Friedman, the two sides are already close to reaching a tentative agreement, and if all goes well, Bellinger will likely return to Los Angeles before the 2026 season training camp. Bellinger's contract isn't just a reinforcement, it's a story of emotion and symbolism. He's known as a son of Los Angeles and a memorable hero of 2020. His return would erupt with emotion at Dodger Stadium. But times have changed. The Dodgers now have a longtime major player, Shohei, a stable player in Freddie Freeman, and a young player waiting to develop, Ryan Gaudreau. Therefore, the best option would be to blend the two generations, signing Bellinger to a short-term contract while giving Ward the opportunity to develop. However, he cautioned they don't want to repeat past mistakes and avoid having inefficiencies saddled with long-term contracts. Therefore, the front office is seriously considering a 3-year contract with an option to extend rather than the 6-year contract Bellinger initially wanted. And so, as the dust settles over Chavez Ravine, one truth becomes impossible to ignore. The Dodgers are entering the most dangerous, most unpredictable offseason in their modern history. A collapsing outfield, a broken relationship with Conforto, a potential reunion with Bellinger, and Shohei Ohtani, standing in the middle of it all, quietly shaping the future of this franchise. Every decision the Dodgers make from this moment forward will determine whether they rise into a three-peat dynasty or crumble under the weight of their own ambition. The front office is moving in silence. The players are restless. And the fans, you and I, are watching a storm gather over Los Angeles. But this is only the beginning. Because the next chapter will reveal even more. The hidden trade talks, the names no one is mentioning yet, and the unexpected twist that could flip the entire roster upside down. So stay with me if you want to know how this saga ends. If you want to see who the Dodgers truly become, make sure you subscribe, tap that notification bell, and come back for the next episode. The story is far from over. In fact, the real battle is just about to begin. See you next time.